Sorry, Krishna here, coming to you from Mexico. And it's been a couple weeks since I posted a video, so I thought I better get on and do one. And what has come to me to offer today has been around a technique that I use for mental and emotional mastery. It is a technique that I use that when I'm feeling anxious or afraid or worried, I use this technique to pull myself back into some centeredness, and it calms the waves of emotion, and the worry just seems to dissipate. I gotta say that first of all, what I do is I listen to the worry, I listen to the emotions, I hear what the thoughts have to say, and then I think, okay, I'm gonna deal with that. And then I engage in this technique, because oftentimes I find that when I myself or other clients are in a state of anxiety, fear, or worry, that they're not as effective in creating the change that the worry is about, that the thoughts are about, that the emotions are about. And so by calming ourselves, by engaging in techniques like the one I'm about to show you, we can be calmer. And what we're actually doing with this technique is putting our body, our nervous system, into a state of relaxation and healing. And when we do that, then our perspectives change, and we're much more able to access higher consciousness, but also come up with solutions to whatever it is that we're facing. So this technique that I use a lot is called polyvagal breathing. And the proponents of this technique say that if you do this technique for 6 minutes a day, 3 times a day, 6 minutes at a time, 3 times a day, that you can reset your nervous system. And what the science is now showing is that a lot of our trauma and our responses to what occurs in our lives is coming from our nervous systems and the learning and the trauma that we've experienced. Therefore, and then we go into the state of fight, flight, freeze, or fawn, and our logical mind shuts down. And like I said, we don't have as much access to solutions or to energy or to resources. So by doing this technique, by acknowledging what's going on, listening to the messages, and then engaging in this technique, we can become very effective at creating change in our lives. And it's actually quite simple. So this technique stimulates the vagus nerve, which is a long nerve that goes from the bottom of the brain. It's hard to point at my brain, but it's up there. Down primarily the left side of the body, and has branches off into to most of the organs and the thyroid and the thymus and those things. And so it can be used to regulate our system, including our nervous system. Now there's a number of techniques that you can use, including humming and singing, and actually even being around someone who is in a state of relaxation can help you to access the same state. But the technique that I like best of all is called the polyvagal breathing. And all you gotta do is breathe in for the count of 3 and out for the count of 6. So breathe in, 1, 2, 3, and out for the count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And continue to do that. Breathing in for the count of 3 and out for the count of 6. Now what's important is that your out breath be longer than your in breath. It's the same volume of air, it's just expelled differently. And so if you do that for 6 minutes, I find that I just calm right down. It puts the body, the physical form, into a state of relaxation. And like I said, and then you have greater access to resources, and your thinking changes, and you're much able to deal with whatever it is in your life. I like to do this right first thing in the morning. So when I wake up, I set my alarm a little bit earlier, and then engage in this breathing. I actually also add a couple other techniques in there where I cuddle my dog, who's a very loving, an unconditionally loving being, and so I make sure that I'm touching her and that I'm doing this breathing. So I do it at first thing in the morning, set my alarm a little bit early, and do it. And then I do it at nighttime as well. So I do it usually 2 times a day. They say 3 times a day. Do what you can. Adjust it for yourself. And remembering that it's about breathing in for half as long as you breathe out. So breathe in for the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And out for the count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And continuing that flow for at least 6 minutes. I'd love to hear your experience with it. Give it a go, see what happens. And if you've got any questions, please type them in the comments below or direct message me. The other thing is, if you're finding this useful, please like and subscribe. There's going to be a lot more content here on this channel that's going to help you along your spiritual path, particularly to help you to develop emotional mastery, mental mastery, inner plane mastery, as well as I'll be showing you pujas and ceremonies, and we're going to do interviews. So there's going to be a lot more content coming up. Just so like and subscribe, and I'll see you when I'm looking at you. Bye for now.